Welcome back, everyone. In this video, I'm going to be replacing my front door lock with this one. It's a palm reader. I'm going to be a freaking mystical Jedi, and I'm going to make my door unlock. This one I grabbed on Amazon from Dhiedas. I have no idea. As you know, these name brands are getting ridiculous. But let's take this out of the box. Let's see what's in there. Let's get it installed. This is going to be pretty cool. Hopefully, this is a lot quieter than my current one. So here is my kwikset lock. Let's see what it sounds like when it opens and closes itself. And once you open up the box, this is all of the goods on the inside. So you've got your measuring stuff, you've got the actual keypad, deadbolt, like battery, all the stuff that you need. This one is, I guess, a little magnet. And then you've got your cards, your RFID stuff, keys. It's pretty cool. Like, you can open this with a bunch of different stuff. You can open it with the key cards, the actual keys, your phone, if you have an Apple Watch, the palm reader, the keypad, the app, or if you have Alexa, you can use that. Once you remove your old deadbolt, this guy down here, Mr. Noisy, now we can put in the new one. So I am going to start off with adding this in. There should be a little symbol in here that shows you which way is up. There it is. You can see it right there. It says this way up. So we're going to put it in just like this. I'm going to just slide it in the side. Easy as pie. And then we'll put in our 2 screws to get this secured. And don't forget the peel. That didn't work. Next up, we are going to put the keypad on the outside, and you can see the middle part goes through there, and then the 2 holes need to slot in, and then your wire needs to be fed underneath. And it will look like this on the other side. And then this is what it's gonna look like as it comes through. And you're just gonna feed it through just like that. So it goes through all of those. I already still have the middle one in. You kind of have to look in here, make sure those line up, get them through just like that. And then we can grab our big metal plate, and then we can feed the wire right here. Make sure you're feeding your wire through this bottom slit. The big middle one is where that goes, and then the 2 on the side is where we are now going to put the long screws. And once you get those 2 screws in through there, just snug them up, not too tight, because on the other side, you have to make sure that this is even. As you can see, it's not. So we wanna snug, we wanna even it up so it's nice and beautiful. We can come back on the other side and we can tighten these 2 up. So next up, we are going to be putting this cover on. Now, before we put it on, I'm gonna be taking this off. This is a bit difficult to do. It's not easy to slide off, but it is going to slide off that way. You might need 2 hands or a mallet or something to get this thing off. But once it comes off, this is what it's gonna look like. Now we can take this, we can plug in right down here on the bottom. It's like right there. That one's gonna be plugged in, and then this can slide right into place. And these 3 screws right here are gonna be the little ones, and we also have one down here on the bottom that's going to secure this whole thing in place. That's where the bottom screw is gonna go into. And yeah, make sure that this guy, if you've been moving it around or whatnot, see how it moves? Make sure that's in the same orientation as your, whatever orientation this is. So this is straight up and down. I need to make sure that I have mine straight up and down so it slides in to that when it goes in. In case you're wondering which way the wiring harness goes in, this is how it is, with the red on the left and the black on the right, with all the black on the front. And once you're all done putting in the little tiny screws here, 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 and one on the bottom, this is officially secured in place. Now, all we have to do is place the battery in here and then the cover over it, and the installation will be complete. Then we can go into settings and also grabbing our little plate thing here and figuring out where exactly this magnet is gonna go. So here's the magnet. It's got a sticky peel, so looks like we're just gonna put it here. I might be able to get away with putting it kind of on the inside. No, that won't work. So I'll have to put it right here for it to work. So very happy for finally having a rechargeable battery. That's the one thing that I did not like about my kwikset is it took external ones that you would have to take out and recharge and put in. I like the big brick. It just makes things easier. So as you can see, that is the port there. So we're gonna turn it so it looks like this. That's also how you charge it. It's USB-C, so you can take it out. I had it charging on my laptop. And bada bing, bada boom. There, it's installed. Now we put the cover on. There we go, we are in business. And of course, before you get into any of these settings, of course, make sure that it actually works. So we take this, it's not catching, it goes right into the door, it's not snagging on anything, so we're safe. Now, I'm not really a big fan of putting the sensor and just gluing it or whatever to the side of my door. So it does say here on these little instructions, if the sensor is not installed or lost, you need to set the countdown automatic locking on the app. So that's how I like the door anyway, to set it to either 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, whatever. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm going to just not have the sensor on there if possible. So we're gonna download the eSmart Lock app, and then we're gonna log in. And now that we're logged in, we need to add the smart lock. All right, let's find this lock. So we'll add and make sure Bluetooth is on. And it's the only thing that pops up, so I'm gonna choose that one. This is what it looks like on the outside. I just basically hit 5, and for the password, I was like, oh, that didn't work. So then I hit that one, and it said countdown to lock, and then it just started working on my phone. So I guess like just pushing some buttons on here to quote unquote wake it up is what's needed. And now I need to put in the password. All right, next up, we are going to put in your Wi-Fi name and password so it can connect to the network. So it seems like when you're doing all this, you have to make sure that you quote unquote keep the blue light on. I don't know, I've been hitting the number 5 on the keypad. I guess that just keeps it awake. All right, so it shows the video of both kinds of locks. We're gonna go into calibrate lock. So let's calibrate the lock. All right, so I need to lock my door. All right, I have closed and locked the door, so we're gonna calibrate it, whatever that means. In order to save power, the lock is in a dormant state. Please touch the wake up. I can't, I'm on the wrong side of the door. It failed because I needed to be on the other side of the door, even though it said it's not, I'm supposed, okay, just retry.
Unlocked.
It's not installed.
Locked.
Front door has been successfully locked. Okay, so it's locked. So what if we do this one?
Normal mode. Unlocked.
So those are only the unlock buttons, so that's working. Well, I'm fully connected, as you can see, on my Wi-Fi and everything else, so I'm just gonna go into the next step, which is setting everything up. So I'm gonna do the palm vein management. So now I'm on the other side of the door. Let's click on palm vein management. Let's wake this guy up. Admin password. All right, so now we can add. So we're gonna go plus icon up here, add. I'm just gonna say, this is me. This is Josh. That's what we're gonna do. I don't know what centimeters are, but let's do that.
Registration success.
It read it successfully. Was that it? That was easy. All right, so I just finished up. I ended up doing left and right hand just in case like one of my hands is full, I can use the other one. Okay, so now that the palm management is all done, we can also go to card manager and basically do the same thing. Just add the cards that you have, the little key cards or the big key cards. All right, so what we can do next is we can go to more features. I am not able to get close to the lock done. I click on it, it just says loading, and then nothing ever happens. You're supposed to be able to toggle that on, so when you get within 5 meters of the door with your phone on you, with Bluetooth on, it will just unlock itself, but I have not been able to get that work. I will keep trying and let you guys know, but I'm gonna go into more features. So here we can change the name of the lock. You can go into your push settings, so what you get alerted for. I'm gonna go into automatic locking. Since I don't have the magnet on there, I'm gonna turn that off. So yep, after closing, the countdown will be there. After closing, the warning of not closing door, blah, 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 blah. Yes, that's what I want. And now I need to set the time. It looks like you can only go up to 45 seconds, which kind of sucks because I'd like to have mine a little bit longer than that. If I'm going in and out, I don't want it to randomly lock. I want it to be open for a while. And it looks like we can change the sound. It's on very loud, I guess.
Success.
That's a little louder.
Success.
A little quieter. I don't need it too incredibly loud, so I think that's good. So if you're coming up to your door, I've been standing here for a while, it should recognize you. That's what we just looked at in the settings. There it goes. So how close you are, it sees your movement, and then it turns on. Once it's on, then you can put your palm up.
Normal mode. Unlocked.
And it will unlock to whatever time that you sent it to. So I did 45 seconds. Now, if you want to lock it, you can just press the lock button.
Normal mode. Locked.
And then it'll lock. I don't know what that countdown is for, but it'll just lock your door. And then it'll turn itself off. You're good to go. I kind of don't like the delay. Like, hey, I'd like to open my door back up. You have to wait till it turns back on. Poke it. There it is. Put your hand in front of it, and it will unlock itself. Same thing. So this also works as a doorbell by holding down this little thing. So this is your lock button, and it's also your doorbell. So it needs to be locked for this to work, which I didn't get before, but you just hold it down and it gives a little ding dong on the speaker, and it'll also go to your phone. So you'll get a notification on your phone saying that, hey, someone rang your doorbell. So if you don't have a doorbell, you can do this. Also, while you're up here, you can put in your code, whatever your master code is. So let's see, do that. And once you're done putting in your code, you just hit the lock button.
Normal mode. Unlocked.
And you're unlocked. And let's compare that to the new lock. Super quiet. And here is how silent the new one is. All right, so it's been 1 week since I've had this lock installed, using it every day, going in and out and using it. And here's my final thoughts. Installation, pretty simple, not really much different than any other installation. And actually using this and using the palm, which is the main reason why people are gonna get this, using the palm reader is really cool. It's pretty convenient and it's easy. I've never had it not work. The only downside is the delay. I don't know if it's maybe like not a name brand reason or whatnot, maybe other ones. This is the first one I've ever used, but you have to kind of stay there for a while and then it reads it and then you can go through. So that's really my only gripe on that. I haven't had any issues with the batteries. I've only had it a week. But one thing that I really like, because in the settings I showed you, there's 45 seconds that you can use for the lock before it locks. That's just how I use it, user preference. But it's really nice to be able to just hit this button and it goes into passive mode. So if you're like going back and forth with groceries or whatever, you can just hit that and you're good until you don't want it on anymore. So because it has this feature that max 45 seconds before it auto locks, this negates it. So I absolutely love that. Zero issues there. So, I mean, for this compared to the kwikset, there's really no comparison. This thing is whisper quiet. It's so much better. It's got more features on it. And it's just it's so quiet. That's the biggest thing. It's so quiet. I can't even hear it from across the room like I used to. So final verdict is the kwikset lock is going into storage. I'm not going to put it back up because I was thinking I'll try this one out. If I don't like it, then I'll switch back to this one. Even though I do like the look of this one, it matches my door and it's metal, and it looks really good. It is so loud, and I have to constantly recharge the batteries. I know that's my fault. They don't supply batteries, but it's just nice to have the palm reader and the battery just, you know, hook it up USB and pop it back in. So this one's going to go away, and this is going to be my daily driver. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helps if you are thinking about getting one of these palm readers yourself.